Have you ever given someone a reality check? I was working at a high-end restaurant in the financial district when this couple walked in on our busiest night of the year. The woman was wearing a designer dress that probably cost more than 3 months of my rent, and the man had this smug look on his face like he owned the entire block. They didn't have a reservation, but demanded a table immediately. Our hostess politely explained we were fully booked, but the man pulled out a $100 bill and tried to slip it to her. When she refused, he got louder. "Do you know who I am? I'm friends with the owner. One call and you'll be looking for a new job tomorrow." I watched from behind the bar as our manager came over to handle the situation. The couple kept insisting they were close personal friends with our owner, Mr. Richards, and that they always got special treatment. The woman even pulled out her phone, threatening to call him directly. Our manager, Sarah, who had worked there for 15 years, smiled politely and said, "I'd be happy to seat you if you're friends with Mr. Richards." The couple looked triumphant as Sarah led them to a small table we keep open for emergencies. The woman immediately complained about the location, saying they always get the corner booth by the window. Sarah apologized and moved them to our best table, displacing another reservation. Once seated, the demands continued. "The wine list is inadequate. Your specials sound mediocre. The lighting is too harsh." The man snapped his fingers at servers passing by, loudly proclaiming the service was already disappointing. I watched the other diners growing uncomfortable with their behavior. Then came the moment that changed everything. The man loudly announced, "When Richard hears how we've been treated, heads will roll. He always values our feedback about his restaurants." Sarah's polite smile never wavered as she said, "That's so interesting, because I've been working for the owner for 15 years, and his name is actually Michael Thompson. There is no Richard Richards associated with this restaurant." The entire section went quiet. You could hear a fork drop. The woman's face turned bright red while the man sputtered, "Obviously, I meant Michael. We're on a first-name basis." Sarah nodded thoughtfully and said, "I'll just give Mr. Thompson a quick call to confirm you're friends. I'm sure he wouldn't mind coming down to say hello since he lives upstairs." She pulled out her cell phone and started dialing. The couple's faces drained of color. The man suddenly remembered an urgent call he needed to make, and the woman discovered they were actually late for another engagement. They practically knocked over their chairs trying to leave, abandoning the drinks they'd ordered. As they rushed toward the exit, Sarah called after them, "Should I tell Michael you said hello?" The entire restaurant erupted in applause as the door closed behind them. One regular customer even sent Sarah a bottle of champagne. The best part? The owner, who really does live upstairs, came down later that night for dinner. When Sarah told him what happened, he laughed so hard he had tears in his eyes. Then he told us about the 3 other restaurants in town that had called him about the same couple trying the exact same scam. He ended up buying a round of drinks for the entire staff after closing. Sometimes people need to learn that name-dropping only works if you drop the right name. Afterward, the atmosphere buzzed with quiet amusement and disbelief. In that moment, as silent understanding replaced arrogance, we all recognized that humility and truth outshine empty bravado, leaving a lesson subtly etched in our hearts forever. That night's echo remains raw and undeniable. Wow.